Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Web Solution Master. Today, we're diving deep into a framework that has completely revolutionized the way we build React applications. Next.js. If you've been working with React, you know how powerful it is. But you've probably also faced challenges with things like search engine optimization, initial load times, and setting up a well, that's where Next.js comes in. And trust me, it's a game changer. In this ultimate guide, we're going to cover everything you need to know to truly master Next.js and take your web development skills to the next level. We'll start from the basics and build our way up to advanced concepts. So whether you're a seasoned React developer or just getting started, there's something in here for you. Grab your favorite drink, open up your code editor, and let's get started on our journey to mastering Next.js. First things first, what exactly is Next? At its core, Next.js is a reactive framework for production. It's built by Vercel, and it provides a whole suite of features on top of React that make building full-stack web applications incredibly efficient. Think of it as React with superpowers. It gives you the best developer experience with all the features you need for production. Hybrid static and server rendering, TypeScript support, smart bundling, route prefetching, and more. No configuration is needed to get started. This means you can focus on writing code and building your product, rather than getting bogged down in complex setups with Webpack or Beam. It's all about making your development process smoother, faster, and more powerful. So, why should you learn it? Because it solves real-world problems that developers face every day, helping you build faster, more performant, and more scalable applications with ease. Let's talk about one of the headline features of Next.js server-side rendering, or SSR. If you've built a standard client-side React app, you know the browser gets a nearly empty HTML file first. Then, JavaScript kicks in to render the content. This can be slow for users and bad for SEO, as search engine crawlers might not see the fully rendered content. Next.js flips this on its head. With SSR, the server renders the React components into HTML before sending the page to the browser. This means the user sees the fully rendered content almost instantly. The result, a significantly better user experience and a massive boost for your SEO. We call this perceived performance. The page feels faster because the content is visible right away, even before all the JavaScript is loaded. We'll explore how to implement get server-side props to fetch data on the server for each request, ensuring your pages are always up to date with the latest information. But Next.js isn't just about server-side rendering. It also offers another powerful rendering strategy: static site generation, or SSG. This is perfect for content that doesn't change on every request, like a blog post, a marketing page, or documentation. With SSG Next.js generates the HTML for your pages at build time. When a user requests the page, it's served instantly from a seat. This is incredibly fast and efficient. You can even combine SSG with client-side data fetching to create dynamic, yet statically generated sites. The function for this is get static props. But what if your static content needs to be updated? Next.js has a feature called incremental static regeneration, or ISR. This allows you to regenerate static pages in the background after a certain time has passed, so your content is never stale. This hybrid approach, letting you choose between SSR, SSG, and even client-side rendering on a per-page basis, is what makes Next.js so flexible and powerful. A modern web application often needs a backend to handle things like user authentication, database interactions, or form submissions. Traditionally, this meant setting up a separate server with something like Node.js. And Express Next.js simplifies this entire process with API routes. Inside your page's API directory, you can create files that become API endpoints automatically. These are serverless functions running in a Node.js environment. You can write your backend logic right inside your Next.js project without managing a separate server. This is huge for productivity. You can build a full-stack application within a single code base. We'll walk through creating our own API routes, handling different HTTP methods like GET and POST, and connecting our front-end React components to our back-end logic seamlessly. This unification of front-end and back-end development is a cornerstone of the Next.js experience. Web performance is critical, and images are often the biggest culprits for slow loading times. Large, unoptimized images can seriously hurt your user experience and your site's performance metrics. Next.js has a fantastic built-in solution for this. The image component. The next image component is a drop-in replacement for the standard HTML EMG tag, but it comes with a ton of automatic optimizations. It handles lazy loading, so images outside the viewport aren't loaded until the user scrolls to them. It automatically serves images in modern formats like WebP if the browser supports it, which can significantly reduce file size. It also prevents layout shift by providing proper sizing, which is a major factor in Google's core web vitals. We'll show you how to use the image component effectively, how to configure it for remote images from a CMS or storage bucket, and how to make sure your site is visually rich without sacrificing speed. Navigation is another area where Next.js truly shines. Creating routes in a Next.js application is incredibly intuitive thanks to its file system-based router. You don't need to install and configure a separate routing library. Just create a file inside the Pages directory, and it automatically becomes a route. For example, Pages about Js becomes the About route. This is simple and effective. But what about dynamic routes, like user profiles or blog posts, where the URL changes based on an ID? Next.js handles this elegantly. You can create a file named idjs or slug. JS2 create a dynamic route. We'll explore how to set these up, how to extract the parameters from the URL, and how to use them with getStaticPaths to pre-render all your dynamic pages at build time. We'll also cover nested routes for more complex application structures. This routing system is not only easy to use, but also highly performant, with features like prefetching links in the background for near-instant page transitions. As developers, it's crucial to stay on top of the latest advancements in the tools we use. The Next.js team at Vercel is constantly innovating, releasing new features and improvements that push the boundaries of what's possible on the web. A major recent evolution is the app router, introduced in Next.js 13. This new paradigm builds on React server components, allowing you to build even more performant and dynamic applications. With the app router, you can co-locate your components, styles, and tests, and fetch data directly within components that run on the server. This simplifies data fetching logic and reduces the amount of JavaScript shipped to the client. We'll provide an overview of the app router, compare it to the traditional Pages router, and discuss how you can start using new features like layouts, server components, and streaming UI to build next-generation web experiences. Staying updated with these features ensures you're always building the best possible applications. So, to recap our journey today, we've seen how Next.js empowers you to build efficient React applications with server-side rendering for top-tier performance and SEO. We've learned how to create a full-stack application by leveraging API routes for robust back-end integration. We've uncovered the magic of the Next image component, or automatic image optimization and faster load times. We've mastered dynamic routing for creating clean, user-friendly navigation structures. And finally, we've looked ahead at the future of Next.js with the app router and server components. By mastering these concepts, you're not just learning a new framework, you're adopting a new, more powerful way of thinking about web development. You're equipped to build faster, more scalable, and more engaging applications than ever before. I truly hope this guide has given you a clear roadmap to mastering Next.js. The best way to learn is by doing, so I encourage you to take these concepts and start building your own projects. Experiment with get server-side props and get static props. Build a simple API route. Convert your old image tags to the Next image component. The possibilities are endless. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content on modern web development. If you have any questions or want to share what you're building with Next.js, drop a comment down below. I love hearing from you all. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.